Hi, I'm Eva Murphy from Electronic Engineering at IT Sligo, and this is my Leaving Cert Maths Grinds channel. I'll regularly add new videos for both higher and ordinary level maths, so make sure you subscribe below and click the bell icon to be notified of new videos. Right, so another one of these ones like we did in question 10. So solve the equation 3 to the power of 2x plus 1 minus 17 times 3 to the power of x minus 6 equals 0. So this is the one where we temporarily sub in for 3 to the power of x, just to make it a bit easier. Rewrite this one in terms of this, form a quadratic and solve, and then go back. Okay, so I would be letting any letter, let's pick y equal to 3 to the power of x. Okay, so where I'm going is this will then be minus 17y minus 6 equals 0. So what I'm doing is I'm forming or trying to form a quadratic with y to help me solve it. Okay, and why do I do this? Because it makes it much easier to solve. But I need to write this one in terms of y now. So I need to use the rules of indices to break down this term to allow me write it in terms of y. Okay, so to do that, I use the rules of indices this time. And it's mainly these two here that I'm underlining. So remember what we had was a 2x plus 1. Yeah. Which is, for a start, this one here. So I can go backwards and I can break that up into 3 to the power of 2x. I'm missing my 3 there. So 3 to the power of 2x, which is my a to the power of p. And then 3 to the power of 1 would be my a to the power of q. Okay, and then they would have been added to give me 2x plus 1. Okay, so I'm saying that I can write this one here as 3 to the power of 2x by 3 to the power of 1. Okay, because that first rule of indices that's up here tells me to add the powers when the base number is the same. Okay, so I'm working backwards through that one. Okay, so that's part of it. Now it's still not really in 3 to the power of x, so I need to do a little bit more work in this one. So I can break this particular one here. Let me just put a red box around it so you can see what I'm doing. I could write that one as, so I'm using this rule here now. When I have what I call a power to a power, I multiply the powers. Okay, so in other words, if this was x squared to the power of 3, that would be the same as x to the power of 2 by 3, which is 6. Okay, power to a power. So when I look at this 3 to the power of 2x, I think, okay, that's two powers that are being multiplied by each other. So I could write it as 3 squared to the power of x, or I could write it as 3 to the power of x squared. Okay, either of these two scenarios, I get 2x when I multiply them together, which is this 2x here. So to write it in terms of y, my y is 3x here in the center. So this is the one that makes sense for this question, okay, not this one. Okay, so we come down here again. I'm going to write him as 3 to the power of x squared. I still have this 3 to the power of 1 minus 17y minus 6 is equal to 0. Okay, so you can see this is the hardest piece to write in terms of y. So then this one, let me sub in my y for this one. Y is 3 to the power of x. So can you see I can go y squared there. Okay, this is 3 to the power of 1, which is 3. So I'm going to put that in front because we normally put the numbers in front of the letters. Minus 17y minus 6 equals 0. Okay, yeah, let's factorize. So when there's a number in front of x, you can of course use the minus b formula either. When there's a number in front of the y squared, my guide number tends to be these two multiply by each other. So my guide number here is minus 18. And the factors of that is minus 18 by plus 1, of course, plus 18 by minus 1. And of course, there's 6 and 3s and 9 is 2, but I know that I need minus 17, so it's the top one here. So when you do this method where you do the AC, AX squared plus BX plus C, when you use A and C for your guide number, you end up using factorization to finish it off. Okay, so what's happening here is that instead of the minus 17y, I'm using plus 18y minus 1y, which I took from here, to rewrite minus 17. And then I use grouping. So I group the first two together and the end two together. So it's 3y on the outside, y plus 6 on the inside. And here I'll subtract out the minus 1, y plus 6 equals 0. Okay, you just have to be careful with signs. Minus by plus will give me that minus. Then group the ones on the outside together. So you have 3y minus 1 equals 0. And you have y, oh, sorry, I'm solving it before I finish it. So let me finish it first. So 3y minus 1, y plus 6 equals 0. Okay, so that's my factors. So let me add in a page and solve those factors. So 3y minus 1, I'll just write it down again, by y plus 6 equals 0. So let's solve them. 3y minus 1 equals 0. 3y is equal to 1. Y is equal to a third. Okay, or I have y plus 6 equals 0. Y is equal to minus 6. I just want to make sure my signs are right. I took the wrong ones, didn't I? Look at that. I did take the wrong sign, so let me just fix that up again. That should be minus there and plus there. Plus 1, y minus 6 equals 0. Okay, I had the right ones here and then I wrote down the wrong ones. Okay, my weakness, I always do silly stuff like that. Anyway, 3y plus 1. So these are the opposite signs. Okay, so now we're right. Y is equal to minus a third, y is equal to plus 6. Okay, right, so it may feel like you're finished here. You're not though, because if you think about the original question you were asked to solve, you're always asked to solve for the letter in the equation. So this is really a solve for x. And what we have here is two solutions in y. So we haven't really answered the question yet. So to answer it, remember we used y as a placeholder for 3 to the power of x. Okay, so we bring that back here, but y was equal to 3 to the power of x. Okay, so now what we do is we let 3 to the power of x equal to our y solutions, and we solve for x. Okay, and when what you need is in the power, you'll end up using logs. Okay, that's what logs are for. They let you get at the powers. Okay, so 3 to the power of x then is equal to my first y minus a third, or 3 to the power of x is equal to 6. Okay, so if what I need is in the power, so again, you can use the switch or the 2 at the bottom, and we discussed that in the last question. I'm going to use these two, but you can of course use the switch. So because the base number is 3, I'm going to use log to the base 3. Okay, now these are two separate ones. So log to the base 3 of 3 to the power of x. What I do to one side, I have to do to the other. Okay, log to the base 3 and 3 then cancel. That's why I did it, and I'm getting x is equal to log to base 3 of minus a third. And on this side, I'm going to do log to the base 3 again. And they cancel. X is equal to log to the base 3 of 6. Okay, just popping onto my calculator then. Make sure you use this button for your log, because this is the one that lets you enter in your own base number. This button on your calculator that's just log is log to the base 10. So be careful with that one. And for this, I got x was equal to 1.63. And of course, this one is discarded because you can't get the log of a negative number. If you've enjoyed this video, then why not join us in IT Sligo and use maths in practice. In conjunction with industry, we've designed an exciting new program in electronics and self-driving technologies, which uses cutting-edge techniques such as artificial intelligence, computer vision, and virtual and augmented reality. You'll need a H5 in maths to qualify. Check out the link below.